Hi to everyone. Myself S. Sarmila, Assistant Professor, Department of Information Technology from Madurai Sivasi Nadas Pioneer Meenakshi Women's College, which is located in Puvanthi. Now I want to share about a small concept from data analytics using R programming paper. This topic comes under the unit 3rd. So which want to share means I want to share about the concept list, which comes under the topic unit 3rd. So in this topic we want to cover how to create a list, and then after creating the list, what are the operations are done with the list, and what is list indexing, and how to adding and deleting list elements, at the final how to getting the size of a list. These topics are covered in this video. First we want to move on to know about what is list. So list is nothing but, so in our programming, list is the object, which is the collection of elements. Those are different data types. So we already know in C programming, C++, Java, we know about the concept array. So array means which is a collection of elements of same data type. But the list means, so which is also the collection of elements of different data types. So those elements may be the strings, numbers, vectors, and another list also. So we know about strings and numbers. So and then in this R programming, vector means nothing but, so here we are specify list are the collection of elements of different data types, but the vectors are the collection of elements of same data type. That means vectors specifies the collection of elements of homogeneous data types. So those data are in same data type. And also list can also contain a matrix or a functions. So the list is nothing but which is a collection of elements with different data types. The data may be a string, numbers, vectors, and also the another list, and also it may be a matrix. So matrix in mathematics already we know about matrix, and also your functions. I already specify a list is a vector with heterogeneous data elements. So in R programming, we accessing the elements with the use of index values. So in older programming like C or C++, the index are starting from 0. In array also, we have to start the array index from 0. But in R programming, the list starts with the index 1 instead of 0. So the index starting from 1 itself it start. So in list we have to see the following concepts. So what are the operations will be performed in the list. So first we have to know about list creation and how to naming the elements, and how to accessing the list elements, and how to manipulating the list elements, and how we will converting list to vector, at the last merging list. So these are all the operations performing in the list. So next we have to know about how to create a list. So we know about list. So what is list? Which is a collection of elements of different data types. So already we specify. So list will be created with the function list. So list will be created using the function list. So a vector already I say, vector means nothing but which is also the group of elements but homogeneous data type. So the vector will be created with the help of C function. The list will be created with the help of list functions. So the vector, the difference between the vector and the list is the only specify the data types. Vector has the homogeneous data types, but the list has the different, that means heterogeneous data types. So using list function we can creating a list. Next we move on to example of how to create the list. So here in this first example, creating the list with the same data type. So the list one has the integers, list of, already we specify using the list function we have to create the list. So using list, here we have created the list of 1 2 3, those are specify the numbers. So 1 2 3, 1 2 3 and those are specify the same number data type. So next list 2. So list 2 create the string data types of list Shubham, Arpita and Vaishali. So next list 3. So list also contain any type of data and also vectors and also list and also matrix. So here in list 3 we have created the list element that be vector. So vector will be created using the function C. So list of C 1, 2, 3. Here the element of list is a vector. Next list 4. Here we have specify the boolean values. So boolean values of list will be created. So true, false, true. Next we have to print the all the list 4. So the output of this example. So first list has the 1 2 3. So the first one specifies the index position. So index, first index 1 will be stored, second index 2 will be stored, third index 3 will be stored. So already specify the index starting from the 1. So here the double square bracket specifies the index of the list element. So the first index position number of elements will be 1. Only one, so that is 1, so 1 will be specified. So and also in the second position the number of elements will be 1, that is 2. In the third position the number of element is 1, number of elements 1, that is 3. So next list 2 will be displayed. Here also Shubham, Arpita and Vaishali will be displayed. So the first index position only one element are stored, that is Shubham. In the second position also only one element Arpita. In the third index position also only one element Vaishali. So next list 3 specify the vector. So vector only one list, one vector will be stored in the list, but the one element has the 3 values. So here also list 3 has the list of C of 1, 2, 3. So in the first index position the number of elements will be 3, 1 2 3. So that will be displayed in the same line. So next list 4, the boolean value will be displayed. So index 1 true, index 2 false, index 3 true will be displayed. So here in this example we show the list have the same data type. In the next example we have to display, we have to explain the list has the different data types. So the creating list with the different data types. Here the list has the first 2 string data type, next one third one is the vector, fourth and fifth is the boolean, and then last 2 is the float and doubles values. So next we have to print the data. So the first index position Shubham will be stored, next index position Arpita, next index position vectors 1 2 3 4 5, and then fourth position true, false, fifth position false, sixth the floating value 22 by 5, the last position 12 will be stored. So here we have to see how to creating a list. So how to creating a list means, so we are to creating a list using list function. Next we have move on to how to giving a name to list elements. So to accessing the list elements, we have to give a name for the element, which is very useful to accessing the list elements. Then how to giving a name to list elements, that are specified in the 3 steps. So there are only 3 steps to print the list data corresponding to the name. First you have to creating a list. Next one is assigning a name to the list elements with the help of names function. So we have to giving a name to the list of elements with the use of names function. Next, the last, we have to print the list data. So with the names function, we have to give a name to a list elements, which is very easy way to accessing the elements. So here it will be explained with the one example. Here we have to create a list with the list of C. C means vector of 3 string data, Shubham, Nishka, Guna. Next matrix also having the vector of 40, 80, 60, 70, 90, 80, and that means the matrix number of row of the matrix. N row specifies the number of row of the matrix 2. So the matrix is nothing but the collection of rows and columns. So here we have specified the number of rows 2, and also list of BCA, MCA, BTech. So this list contains the vector data type, matrix data type, and also the list data type. So 3 set of elements are stored in this list. So if you want to accessing this list, if we give the index also used to accessing the elements, but if we provide the name means which is easy to access the elements of the list. So using the names function, we have to create the we have to give a name for this list elements. So names of list data. So for this list we have to give the name C of students. The students will be assigned to the first elements of the list. What is the first element of the list means here the Shubham, Niska, Guna, the vector. So here for that we have to give the name students. Next the matrix C of 40, 80, 60, 70, 90. For that we have to give the name mark. At the last of list BCA, MCA, BTech, for that data we have to give the name course. So in this list we have to give the name for 3 data. So the list will be created with 3 types of data: vectors, matrix, and then list. So for vector we have to given the name students. For the matrix we have given the name marks, and the last list we have to provide the name course. Now we have print this data. The output will be the first students will be displayed, Shubham, Niska, Guna. Next marks with the name, it will display the output. So already specified matrix will be created with the rows, number of rows 2. So the output will be displayed in the two rows, 40, 60, 90, 80, 70, 80. At the last course, so the course have also the list, so that are displayed in the index position. First one vector, so vector will be displayed in the same line, and then next one data is matrix. So matrix are number of rows we have to specify to, so it will be specified in the 2 rows. At the last we have to specify the list, so it will be displayed in the index positions. The course of first index specify the BCA. Next course of second position specify the MCA. At the last the course of third index specifies the BTech. So in this way we have to given the name to the list elements. So using the names function we had to given the names to the list elements, which is useful to access the list elements. Next we have to see the What are the general list operations? So we know that list is a data structure that is used to store data in a linear order and also support the elements of the multiple data types. So in our programming, we will do all the following operations that are performed on a list. First one is list indexing. So list indexings are used in so much ways. So using the list indexing, we have to accessing the list elements. So in what are the different ways we have to specify the list index that are specified in the example. So list object of index, using that syntax we have to getting the element of the list using the index position directly. So for this example we have to create the fruits list. So fruits is equal to list of 100, 101, 102, 103, 104. So first we have to print the second element fruits of 2. அதாவது the list are stored using the index position. The index are start from the 1. So the first position value is 100. Second position value is 101. Third position value is 102. Fourth position value is 103. At the last fifth position value is 104. First we have to print the fruits of 2, that means index position 2. So index position 2, the element stored is 101. So first 101 will be displayed in the output. Next fruits of 5, that means fifth element, which is the last element. So that is 104. At the last statement, print of paste of first element fruits of 1, which will display the first element 100. So using index, in this way we have to display the elements, we have to accessing the element. So next example, using index we can accessing the elements from the nested index also. For example, fruits fruits equal to here in this example, fruits list will be created, list of apples. So the apples also the one of the list, the mango also the one of the list, and the guava also the one of the list. In this first print message we have to display fruits of 2 of 1. So first two specify the, so list the second element, that is second element is mangoes. So in this mangoes the first element will be get. So the first element is 14. So fruits of 2 of 1. So the fruits of 2 specify the fruits list, which is 2 means mango occupies the second position. In the fruits list, apples occupy the first position, mangoes occupy the second position, guava occupies the third position. So fruits of 2 of 1 specifies the mangoes occupies the second position. So in mangoes, the first position in mangoes list, the first position occupies the value 14. So the 14 will be displayed in the print message. Next print statement, fruits of 3. So the fruits of 3 specifies the guava occupies the third position. The guava's first index value has the value 12. So the 12 will be displayed in this print message. At the last, third print message specifies fruits of 1. So in the first fruits list occupies apples. The apples second element is 45. So the 45 will be displayed in this example. So here we have already specified the details that will be specified here. So one more example. So the list has the apples, mangoes and guava. So each one also the list. So the apple has the list values 34, 45. The mango has the list value 14, 35. The guava has the list values 12, 34. So first print message, we have to list out the apples using the name, elements name. We have to display the elements. So the apples values 34, 45 will be displayed in the example. Next, fruits of mango. So the mangoes will be 14 and 35 are listed in this example. So here we also nested list. How to display the nested list using list name and also list index. So the fruits are here also taken the same example. So print statement, fruits dollar symbol, apples of 2. So the apples index position 2 occupies the value 45. So the 45 will be displayed here. Next, the print statement, fruits dollar mangoes. That means mangoes have the, in the second position have the value 35. So that 35 will be displayed. So in this example, list name and list index both are used here. Next, we have to see how to adding and deleting list elements. So using the append function, we have to add the elements. We have to also specify the particular position also. So using append function, we have to specify the particular position also. In this example, we have explained this append function. What is the use of append function or explained in this example. So first we have to create a list with a list function. Li, you have the list function, list values Java, Python. So and then we have to create another list 2. So in this list 2, we have to add the value with the use of append function. So the append function of Li, so Li means list already created, R, after is equal to 1. So Li, R means the R will be added with this list. After 1 means after first index, first element, the R will be added. So now we have to print a list 2. So what is the output means? First you have to display the Java, next R. So in this example, after first position, we have to add the element R. So here R will be listed and then at the last Python will be listed. So using our append function, we have to add the element at a specified position. Next, if you want to add multiple elements to list, means the same list.append function also using list.append function also use with the package of rlist. So if you want to use the package rlist, we have to load the library rlist. So library of rlist will be added and then list to list1.append. Here we have to add the list with the r, 50. So the r also added, 50, also added. So to add the multiple elements, we have to add the r list library in the R programming. So now we print the list 2. So the first Java will be print, next Python, and then here we know we don't specify the location in which position the R and 50 will be added. That is not specified in this example. Just we have to add the value R and 50. So it will be added in the last position. So the first two elements of list will be displayed. Li first two elements of Li list will be displayed. Java, Python. At the last position, the R and 50 will be displayed. So now we want to delete an list. So if you want to delete an entire list using we have to assign the null object. So if you want to delete an entire list by assigning with null, so syntax of the deleting the full list means list objects equal to null. It will be deleted full list. So fruits of list will be created. Next fruits equal to null. So the print fruits will be specified C null, because the fruits null fruits list will not be here. So it will be deleted. It already deleted. So it provides the result null. So at the last, how to getting the size of your list. If you want to know about the what is the size of your list, how many elements are stored in the list, with the use of length function. So with the use of length function, we have to know about the size of your list. In this example, my list will be created with the list of Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. So the length of my list, so it will be print list length is 4. So using length function, we can getting the size of your list. So in this video, we discuss about first what is list. So list is one of the data type, data structure of R programming, which is a collection of elements of say different data type, heterogeneous data type. The data may be a strings or numbers, or it may be a list or vectors or matrix or function, anything. So how to create a list. So we know about what is list. How to create a list? Using list function, we have to create a list, and then we see how to accessing the list, how to add and delete the elements from the list. At the last, we have to how to getting the size of a list. Thank you.